Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad and Supercoach Pro. Today's video we're doing a round 16 Supercoach AFL review. So voice is a bit sore. Went to the Richmond game today with my housemate and the missus. So yeah, it was a nervous game up until midway through the fourth quarter. But yeah, so I didn't see some Sunday games. So I had some other games obviously throughout the week, and just happened. And this week we scored 2,574. And we still got 4 trades on the competition, so we're not too bad. I mean, a lot of people down between 1 and 3 at the moment, and some in none. So I'm sort of hoping on injuries, which is a little bit sad, but in a non-evil way, I suppose. Just hoping some injuries to popular players like maybe Track, Wits, and those ones that don't really own sort of fail. But on the flip side, speaking of which, like Track hurts me. He's in 33% of sides. And he's scored 189. I wanted to bring him in for Butters this week, and we probably score through because I thought Laird was going to be laid out. Laird wasn't laid out, so I didn't need to do that. And yeah, couldn't capitalise on that move because I didn't want to just have Petrarca as an M9 potentially, and go down to 3 trades. It was a bit scary when you got 2 months of footy to go. So team value is pretty irrelevant now, considering I don't really have any rookies to burn. So we get stuck in the side, go through it. So hopefully you guys scored pretty well too. I've seen a lot of like 2-8 scores. My cat is meowing at the door, which is so typical. She's been fine for the last hour. So yeah, starting from the back line, Dawson killing it. If you went Stewart to Dawson, you'd be loving this. On debut for you, he scored 144. And yeah, Sis back to his scoring ways in the wet there against the Giants, 139. So I didn't get to see that game obviously because I was at the Tigers game. But this is what really hurts me is Doherty and Hewitt. So if people got Sinclair who went 151, who I obviously don't own, he's in 30% of size. So people that own Sinclair instead really get the one up against you. But Hewitt, different take. He's in more size than not. So 42% actually don't own him. And this is the problem with owning too many Carlton players or one team anyway when they start to have a poorer day. Crisp 79. I actually saw his score at about 3/4 time. He was sitting on about 30 or 40 points. So he doubled his score in that last quarter. So yeah, he hasn't scored too badly. Not one you really look to cut. However, the next player we probably could. Obviously, at the game, Jaden Short looked better than an 82. I don't know if it's because I own him and I'm a biased Tigers supporter, obviously. But he's one you can definitely upgrade if you have, 4 or 5 trades. And I do apologise for people that brought in Hall. I did say if you've got like 4 or more trades, bring him in, knowing that he might be a risk. Can you please order in? Sorry. Sabrina's just going off her head. She wants attention. And yeah, I don't know who you'd actually upgrade him to at this point, defender-wise. It's a little bit annoying because even Ware and Ambrosius, I don't know how you say it. I've lost my voice anyway. So these guys outscored Short, which is worrying for me. I'll have to see. Ware's break even is still quite low. So by the time we could actually, it's 6. By the time we could actually upgrade him to something decent, it'd be like round 21, round 22. And it's just a waste now. So they're good bench cover, so I'm actually not worried. If one of these guys miss a week or two, I wouldn't be trying to field Ware or Ambrosius, or however you say it, over Short. But yeah, backline's just a little bit average this week with that many scores under 100. Sort of, no wonder I didn't score 2-8 this week. So is what it is. Yeah, Clary was a little bit of a no-brainer, I suppose. He's gone 200 twice, 2 out of 3 times against Adelaide. Just loves playing him for whatever reason. But the problem for me was I wanted to VC Mills because he's a pod. So it was good that he didn't give me like a 130, or else I would have probably taken it at the time because Jackson was laid out, so that also helped me in the rankings a little bit because I did move up 100 and something spots. And then the likes of Witts scoring 63 this week helped me also. But it is what it is in the ruck line at the moment. Cameron only went 95 against Wits, outscored him by 30. So I'd actually kind of like to sideways Cameron 2 Wits in the next week or two, if I can, especially if Grundy's coming back by around 18, 19. So handy for Laird. And I'm sick of these rumours too. I was saying on the pages that I'm on. Sick of hearing rumours about Cripps being laid out. Even Will Brodie was meant to be laid out, apparently. Laird, that was on the news. Because it makes you overthink the whole game. Like, you watch an hour before a game and you're like, oh, do I trade yet? Do I trade? Is it going to be a last 5-minute move, like a Chris Scott sort of thing? But nah, Laird played through whatever he's going through. I think it was a shoulder problem, I've heard. But I don't even believe it now. He scored 130 against them, so I'm not sure. Are the Lairds just an absolute Terminator? Or it's just stupid rumours from sources that are irrelevant? There's the crazy cat there, as you can see, wanting my attention in the PlayStation case. McRae 104. Pretty useless as a VC at the moment. So distracting, Sabrina. 135 for Neil. A lot of people would have taken that because that's probably the safe bet at the moment, is that 130 mark, because not a lot of players go between 130 and 180. Maybe 5 players in that given week. And Took, this is good to see from Took. I could have went VC over into Miller, but Miller had scored low tons recently, so he really didn't fill me with confidence. As a C, he got 109. Apart from the 167 against North Melbourne, he only scored 101. So I just didn't really want to go there. Whereas Mills, for me, of course I'd buy him in here, 86 and 85, back-to-back, respectively, which is not what you want for your primos. And his scores are like 167, 214, and he just didn't give me any decent scores. So this week, the reason why I didn't score 2-8 like some of these big dogs here is 4 players in the back line scored under a ton, and then, M6, 7, and 8 all scored under 100. So Cripps is useless, Green's pretty useless. Should never jumped on that train. Sometimes you got to go with your own gut feeling, and I was chasing points there, I'll admit that. And yeah, they're just failed picks at this point. My cat, I'm watching The Office, and now she just wants to play when I'm making a potty. I'm not going to do a retake. I don't got time for that. And Darcy 124, yeah, solid at the moment. I don't know if that's his back-to-back ton for once. Yeah, it actually is. Haven't had that since round 11. So that's nice for him. I mean, he was playing Dixon, somebody else as well in the wet. I forget who it was. So, Finlayson, I think. So, yeah, he should have scored probably more in the last quarter. He had a free kick against where actually tried to take the game on and actually take it out the ruck and got done for holding the ball, which is kind of annoying as an owner. And, yeah, Cameron's just super solid. I'd love to see, we'll just have a look now, between Cameron and Wits, because Wits has Tigers this week, and he'll probably dominate. Like, we saw what happened with Nat Nui just dominating Nankervis. I could actually grab, oh no, I couldn't. I'm $400 short of grabbing Wits, which is kind of annoying. And I don't want anything to do with Goldstein, because I reckon he'll get arrested late in the piece. So that's interesting. Riley O'Brien I probably wouldn't touch because he got dropped about a month and a half ago, or even less. So I won't explore that option either, because strategy is actually pretty good in the NSFNL, whatever it stands for. I've just lost my brain tonight. Excuse me. I think the cold weather is making me feel like crap at the moment. 105 for Cogs, pretty consistent now. Pretty happy we're not trading this bloke out and going on about it every week, I guess. And same with Will Brodie, even with Fife on the side, he's still scoring pretty well for a forward. Dunkley 100. I know it sounds really weird, but I actually thought he would score a lot higher than this throughout the season. I thought he'd be definitive F1 by a long mile. And what's keeping my ranking actually really nice at the moment is English isn't still playing yet, and Jackson missed this week as well, I should mention. So got off lightly, to be honest, this week. The overall score is good, top 1%, but I just need things to go my way at this point. I've got no trades to really go something crazy at the moment. 98 to Parker. I think he was on this about 3/4 time. And Parker does this. He'll just go missing for a quarter, which is really annoying. And Heaney copped a knock early on. That's why he scored 67. Now, this is something I can actually finally get excited about. Hawkins 129 is what I've been waiting for a while now. After scoring 50-something against Robbie Tarrant the week before, he actually does a decent job. Has like 6 goals, I think, which is kind of annoying because you're kind of hoping 6-goal game, contested marks, he's scoring 150, 160, but unless you're a midfielder that kicks 2-3 goals, you're not really going that score at the end of the day. So, DeGoey from Bali or wherever he went was useless, so glad I didn't have to try to loophole a guy like that score, and I'm hoping Butters comes back this week so I can loophole him with Heaney, because Heaney seems to be the one let me down the last couple of weeks and could miss this weekend. So side's looking okay. Obviously got some sort of bench cover. I don't think Owens comes back or Carroll, because I think Sandringham had a bye this week and Hamilton only had like 17 or 18 disposals in the VFL. So on that too, Bruce might be named because he actually played a really good VFL match. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Projection was a load of crap too. At one stage it said 2.7, at one stage it said 2.8, and I got 2.5, whatever it was now. So if you're still around now, some of the leagues are doing all right here, but I always seem to get really scored heavily against. Like, example, I'm always unlucky every year I'm in a league. I guarantee I have barely looked at these leagues, but if you look at total points, you'll normally see, like, you'll be pretty, oh wow, this league is like ranked in the top 1,000. But I'm always seem to get scored highest against when people just have this odd freak week, and it won't even show me. Anyway, I won't even bother. Won 3 out of 4 leagues, scoring almost 2.6 kind of sucks. Like, you expect to actually go all out. And this is stuff I'm talking about. So you look at teams picked, 70%. Like, so each week I'm actually depending on Wits to do bad because he's in 50% competition now. Dacos has been unreal if you held him through to buys, because you're probably not trading him now. He's actually a decent D6. You can hold on to him for the rest of the year, really. I'm relying on English not to get named again. The Conning was laid out. Sinclair I can't grab unless I tried to grab him for short, which I don't got the 100k in the bank to do. Petrarca's killing me now after not turning up for a month. He decides to do something. But he's got a little bit of a tough fixture coming up, so I'm hoping he regresses. And players like Bonds and Brayshaw I'm also banking against, which I don't like my chances. I know Dogg's got a hard fixture coming up, and he's got a shoulder issue. And Brayshaw's also got a pretty tough fixture. So at this point, most of our teams are just playing for hope now, hoping that everyone runs out of trades, gets some Tom Stewart suspension sort of things, and people got to field rookies and lose 50 points each week from a line here and there. But the gap from the top to here is actually a bit of a distance, even at 1,600 overall. So I won't go into teams into the round until Thursday night again. I'll do another Thursday video because I got no trades to really make. And yeah, we'll go from there. So 16.25. And if you guys have any trade plans, leave them in the comments and I'll answer them. Hopefully you guys have a good weekend. Sorry my voice is shot and been so distracted by my cat. So leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.